Hey there, pal. CJ here. I found out yesterday about Pete Rose now formally being in the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame. He gave his speech. I saw quite a bit of it. In fact, I saw all of his speech and I saw quite a bit of the ceremony. No, not in person, but online. And it led me to think maybe I should make a video about whether or not Pete Rose belongs in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Now, there are two very passionate sides to this debate. One is, yeah, they hang up a sign specifically saying that you cannot gamble on baseball for a reason. Again, many years ago, the Black Sox scandal caused a lot of stress and strain and financial collapse for Major League Baseball, and there's been a lot of work at times to protect the integrity of the league, though we could talk about the steroid era in particular and debate that. But I think I'll avoid diving into that debate too far. And on the other side, the issue is, guys, baseball's all-time hit king. And I know what Ichiro's accomplished when you combine the Japanese and American League hits, but he's Major League Baseball's all-time hit king. And I don't know if that's ever going to change in my lifetime. I'm 31 myself, but who knows? Maybe some great player will come into the league in the next few years, and someday he will break that record. But I don't know if I'm ever going to see it, and if I don't, that's okay because I'm happy to admire the current record. With that, you may have guessed what side I'm on this one. I believe Pete Rose belongs in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. I believe that Hall of Fame accomplishments in sports, in the major sports, should be based upon on-the-field performance with one possible exception, and that's cheating. So people who've been caught and have been proven to be steroid users, if I was on the committee who voted on who gets into the Hall of Fame, I don't know that I could vote for someone who is a steroid user to get into the Hall of Fame, even if they otherwise would have been in the Hall of Fame. Now, if you could prove to me, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that Pete Rose bet against the Reds, or when he was with the Phillies, against the Phillies, if you can prove to me that he bet against those teams, and that he may have thrown games, then that would be one thing, but I see no evidence, at least not yet. The evidence doesn't compel me that. I personally don't care that he bet on the Reds when he was with the Reds, because that shows confidence. That shows that he's trying to win at all costs. Some have said, yeah, but when he was a manager, then doesn't that show that he was possibly making differences when making pitching changes and putting in a guy he might have played another day? I understand that argument, maybe not, but my instinct is I think he tried to win every day. I don't think that it made a significant difference, though. I don't think he was thinking about his gambling when he made those decisions. But can I see inside the mind of Pete Rose? No, I can't. And obviously he didn't come clean for years, and it looks like when he finally came clean over 10 years ago that he may not have told the whole story. So I'm not excusing him from some of the things he said. Now, I am a fan. I don't condone, again, the fact that he waited so long to start telling a lot of the truth. I understand his argument, hey, I still needed to make money, and if I said that, if I just said, oh yeah, I gamble all the time, then it would have been harder for me to get support, for my family and so on. I understand that argument, but I still think it would have been the smarter decision and the more ethical, the more moral decision to come out earlier and just tell the whole truth. Not part of the truth, but the whole truth. So I'm not giving him a free pass on this by any means. I think the decision to make him wait a while makes some sense. But I do think that based on his performance on the field and the fact that there's still no evidence that I know of that he cost his team games. There's still no evidence of him doing something like cheating. There's no evidence of, that record is pure. that this hit record, when he broke Ty Cobb's record, that hit record, he's the all-time hit king, and that's his record, and he earned it, and it's not tainted. So my feeling is, I know OJ sure seems like OJ Simpson in football did some pretty horrible things, but I would still have OJ Simpson in the Hall of Fame based on his on the field performance, the Football Hall of Fame. Did I say football or baseball? I'll find out when I re-listen to this video. But I would still have OJ Simpson in the Football Hall of Fame because of his on-field successes and the fact that, as far as we know, he didn't cheat. So that doesn't mean that you're necessarily a Hall of Fame moral, giant. It just means that you're a Hall of Fame sports player. So yes, if I had a vote, I would absolutely positively vote Pete Rose to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame.